It's a very special extra time today. It's Stevie's birthday, and here he is with his birthday shepherd's pie, not a cake.
I've just noticed there's mushrooms in it.
Correct.
And is that okay? Is that acceptable?
Not normal.
But
it's acceptable.
it's better than corn.
Better than corn, aye.
Right, fair enough.
It doesn't affect the taste the way corn does.
Well, these two are powering through. We've also got Lowe and Pablo Zabaleta with us from Madrid. We will get your questions, starting with you, Stevie, so make sure
No, start with those boys.
No, first one's for Stevie.
Go on, then.
Did Liverpool ever do anything special for Stevie when it was his birthday in his playing days?
Absolutely not.
Never?
You kidding? What? Like what?
Like bring you a shepherd's pie
It's not like play school.
and give you a 3-minute long video of all your best moments?
Professional place. It's not like a kid's school or something like that. Or a kid's team.
Didn't you go out with the lads for your birthday, though?
What? No, we had plenty of nights, so we didn't have to invent that one. Another one, we couldn't fit another one
Something tells
in.
me that's a story Steve doesn't want to tell.
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe we shouldn't let him
Not in
either, Sid.
public
I think that's
anyway.
probably a good idea.
I did have to think for a bit there.
There was just that little
I mean, it was just the
pause.
fact that, Steve, you just described it as a professional place and not at all like school, which is certainly
Oh.
that's slightly different from the way I understood it.
Yes, I imagine so. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one, shall we? Craig, do you think Aubameyang is going through a classic dry spell, or is he done at top level, since he'd always relied on being dynamic, quantity and quality of vertical movement, in brackets?
Oh, I say. Can I choose to continue to eat the shepherd's pie instead? No, I don't think he's done, but he's definitely having a hard time. And I think the older you get, the more difficult it is to keep coming back and reproducing that form of last year or a year or two ago when they won the FA Cup and he was signed a new contract and he was playing great. So, yeah, it's a difficult period for him, but I don't think he's done, no.
OK,
Not
how's
at
the
all.
shepherd's pie, Craig?
It's not bad, actually.
Smells good, I have to say. Pablo, what was it like to play with Balotelli?
Oh.
Wow, he was something else. I mean, I really enjoyed my time at Man City with Mario. He was like a baby, you know, like just, you know, off the field. Better not to tell anything about Mario. But
You're keeping this to yourself, aren't you?
you know, he was a shit because he was a great player. I mean, as a player, for me, he was a complete striker. He was a shame he was that, crazy because, it was simply amazing as a player. But obviously, then it was so funny. I mean, in the dressing room was, fantastic lad to have around. Even with Mancini, he was, in training, they both arguing in Italian. Blah, blah, man. I think Mancini brought me in because he thought he could be, a top player, but unfortunately, in football, you need to be focused, you need to be a good professional if you want to play at the top level.
A nice question there, nice answer too. You guys can carry on eating because the next one's for Sid.
You're welcome. Thanks. Thanks for telling us we can carry on.
I mean, can I phone Eleanor? Tell her not to bother making me any dinner.
We'll give Eleanor a call. It always works well on this show.
All right.
OK.
All right.
Who is Sid's favourite player to watch out of the ESPN FC cast?
Oh, God, here we go. Get me this sick bag
Come
again.
on, Sid.
Go on, Sid.
Pile on, Sid. Go on.
Honestly.
Pile on. Hey, it's my birthday.
Unfortunately, I've effectively already answered this in the regular show. Of the current ESPN cast, it's Stevie Nicol.
Stevie Nicol.
I'm sorry,
Happy
Craig.
birthday.
I mean, I'd love to say it was
Thanks,
Craig Burley, but,
You're a Liverpool fan, though, aren't you, Sid? Are you? No?
I mean, that does tilt the balance a little bit, but
No.
I mean, as I've already said, Steve was a very good footballer.
There you go. OK, Craig.
Obviously, they say don't meet your idols, don't they? They say don't meet your idols, and of course they're absolutely right. I mean, look at it.
What? Hold on. You know what this looks like. We've had dinner together in Madrid, and you weren't complaining.
What? Just out of interest, what did you eat in Madrid?
I don't think it was shepherd's pie that night, though, was it?
It was well done steak.
It was
surprise,
steak, yeah.
surprise.
It was basically shepherd's pie without the mashed potatoes.
There you go.
They were just on the side instead.
Pretty much.
He thinks that's nouvelle cuisine. I mean, that's a That's a treat for him.
Well, it might be in a gastro pub these days,
Why
you know,
don't you-
something
but
like
it's
this.
just-
But they might put
All I
corn
do
in
is eat
that.
what I like.
Well,
What's so wrong with eating what you like?
Nothing, Stevie.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all.
No.
Craig, would Pogba to Bayern be a
happens
good
just so
move
happens it's the same thing that you like every day.
for the
Well,
last 60
well-
years?
Well, yes. I'll be having this with me.
Well, he has
dinner,
that
by the way.
He has that for Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner, mince and tie.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Hang on a minute. Like a standard Christmas dinner back home. What is the thing you wouldn't like about that? It's all the things you like.
It's not. He,
No, I
he
don't-
likes mince.
I like minced potatoes.
Right, couple of
Peas and that.
potatoes, peas.
So
really.
if I'm given a choice, which Eleanor gives me a choice, then I'll be like, well, if you want to make some, I'll eat it. So they'll all have their turkey and all that, and gravy and roasties. All mince and tatties.
That's fair enough. You know what you like, right, Stevie?
Just like it.
Craig, would Pogba to Bayern be a good move for him? He would probably start to become serious about his football once again if he switches to this environment, wouldn't he?
I don't think Nagelsmann would he take him there? I don't think so. I'm not sure about that.
If he would, do you think
They
it
don't
would be
pay.
a good
They
move
don't
for
pay
Pogba?
money. They don't pay the type of money he wants.
So,
So forget it.
no.
Just the
All
money.
right.
The money side.
Listen, you keep eating.
You keep eating.
Try to
Sid,
help you out.
Sid, Marcotti said that Barcelona are hiding something and that they could have afforded Messi on a previous extra time this week. Do you agree with him?
Well, given how early in the transfer window it was, given that they still had time to move others on, given that they could maybe have worked harder at perhaps forcing him down, I'm not saying that Messi should have taken more of a pay cut, but maybe worked at that, then I think there is a possibility of that. And certainly there's been suggestions that they believe that the time was right to move on. But I don't think I don't think that's the case insofar as, had it been easy enough to do, had their financial crisis not been there, I have no doubt they would have kept him. Bear in mind that Joan Laporta, the president, basically ran an entire election campaign on one promise only, and that promise was for Messi to stay.
And last but not least, when Stevie was a boy, did his relatives ever try to give him one present and say it counted for both his birthday and Christmas,
Yeah.
given that you have a December birthday?
Only ever got one anyway.
Yeah,
It was a football. Was that the only present I ever got was a football.
Okay.
And he
How
ate
was
it. He ate it.
So,
He's going to eat all that, you know.
I think he will. We're learning a lot about you actually today, Stevie, on your 60th birthday.
All right.
About your
It's tomorrow,
superstitions.
60.
Yes.
Today, tomorrow.
yeah.
When's this? Yeah, tomorrow. Today.
Tomorrow / today, the 11th. You're very superstitious, or at least you used to be,
Yep.
and you won't walk under a ladder.
No chance.
We found this article from you, and it actually does tell us what you like to eat, and you're right, it really hasn't changed in all of those years.
Right.
But new shoes on the table and
Right.
walking under a ladder, you're very superstitious about.
Oh, there's a load of things.
What? Tell us some more.
Well, if I wash my hands, I've got to either use one piece of paper to dry my hands or three.
1 or 3?
Yeah. Or if I'm pouring milk into a cup, I've got to do it once or I've got to do it 3 times. Yeah, well, you're looking at me as if something wrong with me, but I mean, that's the way I do it.
Was there a lot of like, window cleaners near where you
Yeah,
live?
what about
like
the
with
ladders?
the ladders?
Well, when I grew up, there was, because the chimney sweep used to come round our... See, I'm sure this is why I'm 60. So we used to have a chimney sweep. So how do you think chimney sweeps used to get on the roof?
On a ladder.
On a ladder.
Right.
So my mum obviously said when I was a kid, don't walk under the ladder, it's unlucky. So there you go.
And it's still stayed with you now?
Well, but when's the last time you saw a chimney sweep up the roof, clean the chimney?
No, I didn't.
Oh, there you go. See?
No, but there might be somebody with a ladder still, maybe cleaning a window or something.
Right, well, just don't walk under it.
All right, what about the shoes on the table?
That's a football one. Football one, because
You're interrupting me.
everybody will say... well, the first time ever I walked in a professional dressing room, I must have put my boots on the table or something, and somebody said, get those boots off the table and never, ever do it again. And so these things stick with you. You must have heard of that one.
What?
Not putting your boots on the table.
Shoes.
Shoes, there you go. Shoes, boots.
Shoes on a
You name
table.
it.
even in your favourite musical.
Yeah,
that
high
one.
heels. Don't put your high heels on the
Well,
table.
if they're new, only if they're new.
Right.
That's the thing. Okay, and corn and shepherd's pie?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Anyway, happy birthday
Well,
to
thank you
Stevie
very much.
Nicol.
Whoever made the pie.
Thanks so much for joining us on the latest edition of Extra Time. From Sid and Pablo in Madrid, from the guys here in the studio, thanks so much for being with us. And please join us every single day. ESPN FC is available 7 days a week.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.